made it. We did too. We're only a couple days late. You'll have to forgive us. We had to go watch Star Wars in concert and stuff.
Pretty awesome.
Anyways, welcome to this month's HoloNet news, and I just completely missed my entire fucking read, but whatever. That's how we're doing it today, god damn it. You already know the drill.
Yeah.
This is where we talk about news.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And like updates, like fanboy dreams.
Yes.
Unicorns and lightsabers.
That
Do you think
sounds like a party to me?
in your Star Wars like universe in your head, do unicorns just have lightsabers sticking out?
I'd never thought about it, but I think they should.
I feel like
That's how I'm going to think of it from now on.
unicorns and dogs red rockets. They're really Sith Lords.
Yeah.
I like how you just go with it. Yeah.
I could see it. I mean, you don't want to get anywhere near it. You don't want to fucking touch it.
Yeah.
Who knows if it'll hurt? You don't know. Have you ever touched one?
Okay, so let's start our show.
Now that we're giggling and shit, let's talk about the fun shit.
That's not fun shit at all.
God damn it.
God damn it.
That was some shit. I didn't realize he was as old as he was, though. So, I mean, it makes sense, especially because dude's had some bad health issues. But yes, Peter Mayhew, dead at 74. Our Chewie.
I mean, he's not the best, but it's not bad. He had a whole lot of health issues because of his size, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tons of surgeries, and just even after his knee surgeries, he was still mostly in a wheelchair and shit, so... Yeah.
What's your favorite Chewbacca memory?
Having dinner with him and his wife.
Oh, shit. Okay, that beats mine. Damn it.
I don't know. I really, I guess, probably like my first experience with, like, first real experience, like, right when he's playing Dejark with the droids. And he's just like, nonchalant about, like, yeah, rip your fucking arms off.
Yeah.
Just great moment with him.
I kind of feel like the scene in Solo where Beckett is teaching him took away from that moment to me. Like when he tries to like wipe all the pieces off the board and Beckett's like, oh, you can't do that. You have to learn strategy. You got to think 2 steps ahead, blah, 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 blah. Like, well, now we know he's been playing Dejarik for fucking years and he still sucks. So...
Well, does he really suck, though? Because he's going up against a droid.
That's true. An astromech droid.
Yeah, they fucking
computing
come
master.
up with they come up with hyper fucking space coordinates like that. So the fact that he loses to an astromech is not really that surprising.
Good point. It still sullied the scene for me just a little bit. Just a little bit, but my rationale no longer holds up. My favorite is that he didn't care. He would just give you like a massive hug from behind, like in Empire when he like reaches out to Luke. I just thought that was like the best. When he's like, all right. Like, okay, I'm going to, we'll see you again someday maybe or something. But like, that's the kind of guy he was. Like he just, if he was your friend, he was all in 100% no matter what. And I loved the audio book. And again, this is the character. This isn't the actor, but I feel like the actor brings this to the role. And you can speak more to this than I ever could. But from all of the stories I've heard, Peter Mayhew is like one of the warmest people and most welcoming people you'll ever meet. Like he embodied Chewbacca's spirit in life, right?
Yeah, sweet guy, soft spoken. Always had a smile on his face, like every time I met him. He's just really nice guy. And like I even got to meet him like outside of like conventions and shit, like usually about the time that everybody's just like, they take the convention face off and sit down and go, fuck, I just want to get drunk. Like even then, it's a big fucking smile. Had to say hi to every single person in that room.
Was that when you were stalking him or before?
Yeah, no, he didn't see me, but it's cool. I felt like we met. No, I meant to fucking send you the picture I got with him, and I completely fucking I can't find it anywhere.
Oh man!
Yeah,
all the timing. So he will absolutely be missed. It is strange. I mean, no shit. Like, part of life is dying. Like this, no one gets out alive. So we will all ultimately, hit the dirt.
Mm.
Certainly with you and I, it's about the marks we make before we do that. The life that we're living, as long as we are content in the successes that we find that we've set up in front of ourselves. A lot of people, I feel, end up on their deathbeds with mad regrets, never having reached a fulfilling life. I feel like Peter Mayhew's one that, he did a goddamn good job. Like anyone, any human being could be happy with the life that he led. Like you can never no one has ever spoken negatively about Chewbacca as a character, about Peter Mayhew as an actor. I mean, maybe personally, I don't know. Maybe he was an asshole. I doubt it, but everyone can be an asshole from time to time. Maybe he had like a roommate in college they didn't get along with.
Maybe, but fuck that guy.
Yeah. You don't like when people masturbate in the shower? That's your problem.
Exactly. That's what the fucking shower's for. Everybody knows that.
It sucks that, he's just like balls high to your eyes to everyone else, but that's your problem. That's your gene problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it was still crazy. Like meeting him, like he's sitting in his wheelchair and you're still pretty much looking eye level with him. God damn, it was intimidating. And that motherfucker had some meat hooks. Like shaking his hand, super gentle, like, nice proper handshake, but you could also tell he's holding back because he could just like smash your shit and kill you.
I love that. All right, well, Peter Mayhew will be missed. I don't know why this isn't going to the next screen. There we go. Nope, that's wrong. That's right.
There. And if you guys haven't seen Walking in the Stars, I think you can find it somewhere. It's a documentary about him getting his surgery done and shit. I think I'm in it. I don't remember.
Really? What do you mean you think you're in it?
Well, it was when he was doing, or when the documentary was being filmed, it was following him through the conventions and shit before he went, and that's where I think my club's in it. I don't remember. It was a long time ago since I watched it, but it shows a little bit of his personal side and the shit that he went through. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
If you guys can find it, I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the David Prowse doc that was out there. I Am Your Father.
Fuck, that was a good one.
Yeah. All right. So ultimately, we grew up with these actors. They're going to die. Let's remember the moments that if we weren't lucky enough to share with them like you, then at least what they shared with us through their performances and through the work that they put out into the world. And as far as that goes, thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right. So the next one I already teased here.
Yeah. Model maker extraordinaire Colin Cantwell is going on tour right now. I don't remember what the dates are. I fucking forgot.
June
I know
16th
when Utah is. Well, that's when
Utah
Utah is. Like, I don't remember. I think it's throughout the month of June. He's doing just like a bunch of free meet and greets at various nerd outlets.
Looks like it starts May 4th.
Oh,
and then May 15th, then May 18, 19, and then so on and so forth until the 16th, which is the end with us.
Oh, fucking A. So he's going to be all tired when he gets here. Cool.
And then, well, that's not true because he's going to Tennessee and then Mexico after that. Okay, so I'm a liar. Sue me. This is something that Star Wars would not be what it is if it weren't for creative forces like this man.
No, absolutely not. I mean, he fucking invented the Death Star, for Christ's sakes.
I mean,
like one of the most iconic ships / weapons of ever. He fucking made that shit.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I could have made it just by like eating an orange, but that's okay.
But you fucking didn't, Adam.
But I didn't.
That's the thing. He fucking did.
It's true. And I love creatives. I love creatives. That's why I think we're friends. If you weren't a creative individual, we probably wouldn't be doing the show. Not because that would make you any less of a person, but it's just that's how
it would make me less of a person.
As I am.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I surround myself with other pretentious douchebags, so I get it.
Yeah, so I love when you run across other individuals who are just inherently creative in whatever they do, and there are creative people who will execute what they're told, and then there's people who worked with Lucas in the original Star Wars that actually brought ingenuity to the table. They were given a problem. I need, this multi-million-dollar budget look, but I only have 3. And then they did it with popsicle sticks and RC.
Fuck yeah, they did. Yeah, RC motors and
like
shit.
model. Yeah, it was like model kits from hobby stores and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like just ridiculous.
That's what the fucking mouse droid was. That's just an RC car with a shell on it.
Did you see the mouse droid at the Symphony last night?
Yeah, that's when I was like, cool. God damn it, I need to build me one. Like, seriously,
so cool.
Aside from Gonks, that's like my second favorite droid, and I need one. Yeah.
I feel like Gonk droids actually have a different name. I was thinking about this when we were watching the show last night at the Symphony. I'll keep saying Symphony because it makes it sound more uppity than we actually are. We wouldn't solve the symphony.
Well, we did. See, it was a symphony. It was a full orchestra.
Yeah.
God.
It was nice. It was nice.
It was. It's great.
But Gonk Droid is called Gonk Droid because he goes, Gonk. Gonk. Yeah. I feel like he has a name. It's probably like Leroy or something. Like he has a model like R2D2 or C3PO. But because he says Gonk, people are just like, fucking Gonk Droid. He's like, no.
Whenever I build one, I'll name him
I'm
Leroy.
Like my model, look, LE4 is 7Y, like Leroy, whatever. I don't know. Kind of like that's like lazy. That's all I'm saying. Is it's lazy for the people to be like, oh, you are what you sound like. Otherwise, Chewbacca would just be like.
Guar already has that taken though. that was part of their name before they changed it. So
yeah, nice. Luke would just be. Han would be like, yeah, I'm the best. Like we would have to call him, I'm the best. Like I'm the best pilot.
I'd still buy it.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What are we doing here? So we are going to go see this guy?
I'm fucking definitely going to see this guy. Like
I feel awkward in these.
That was part of my favorite shit. Like, you remember in the 90s when they were doing the special edition re-releases and it was getting released in theaters again. And like the whole big hubbub was, Saturday afternoons, like they would play documentary after documentary of Star Wars shit, like on, the building of ILM and like all the model making and shit and figuring out, making a fucking Steadicam and all that shit. Like that was part of my favorite stuff with Star Wars growing up. So this guy is like a god to me.
Do you think it was part of your favorite stuff because we didn't have other movies and so all we could do was delve into sort of the behind the scenes stuff?
No. Okay. It's still like that shit still holds up.
Yeah.
Like watching those, it's just usually I'm not one to give that much of a fuck about peeking behind the curtain. It's just sort of like I don't want the magic ruined. But watching those documentaries, it didn't ruin the magic at all. It made it even that much more mystical. Like, holy shit, they actually did do that by hand. Like, it just blew my fucking mind.
That's why I love the that pack they released of the prequels and sequels in Blu-ray, where it has like every behind the scenes and like you could never get through it all in a lifetime. The content that they put on those things.
That's amazing.
They're just so great, and I love them so much. Now, this is what pisses me off about modern digital distribution, because they have like exclusive shit for different vendors. Like, come on.
What gets me is when they don't even have special features.
Yes.
Like you buy a physical fucking release because you want the artwork and you want the special features.
Yeah.
And that shit kills me that's dead. Like I remember when I bought the Stranger Things, it was the first season. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I can't wait to delve into this shit." And I put it in. There's no special features. I'm like, "Why the fuck did I just spend not a goddamn thing? Nothing at all." So I paid $30 fucking dollars or whatever the hell it was for something I could just press 2 buttons and watch. It's like, God damn it.
Ain't that some shit? Of course, this is not Colin Cantwell's fault. But you know what?
I want special features.
I'm gonna go shake his hand. I don't know what to do. Like I'm not a signature collector guy. So I'll just be like, shake a wrinkly old hand, like, hey, I got liver spots too. I don't know
Cool.
what else to say.
Yeah, I suck at meeting people. I suck at with people anyways in person. It's like, hey, do I know you? No? Okay, I'm gonna be really awkward.
It's the constant
do I know
finger
you?
in
I'm
the
gonna be
ear
awkward.
that kind of gets under my skin. Like if you didn't do that, I feel like, you know, like,
But that's my charm.
okay. I'm just saying, you know, at least lube it a little. Wet will is
No.
better than just a dry fucking digit.
Dude, it's tiny, man. You can barely feel it. If I lubed it up, God, you wouldn't feel it. You'd be like, God, why do you get so quiet all of a sudden?
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
All right,
this is why
man.
we shouldn't record on a
Yeah.
fucking weekday.
Are we even recording? Is this turned on? I don't
I
know.
hope so.
All right, so what's next? What do we got here?
All right, so here's the big one because, of course, after Celebration, everything just goes pew until closer to the date.
Yeah.
So Alien Archive's out, which is, a thing.
Mhm.
God damn it, where is it? Okay, so yeah, this is a fun little book. I'm super excited to check it out. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. But basically, it's just artist renditions of various aliens throughout the Star Wars galaxy. My understanding is it's sort of like an illustrated version of the. Holy hell! I just had a complete brain fart. But yeah, you get aliens. That's cool. Hopefully, some descriptions. If not, at least you got aliens to look at.
I actually grew a new love for this particular character on screen after From a Certain Point of View. When you found that she was
Holy
force
shit.
sensitive and shit. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's still like that changed how I saw that creature. Like every time I watch New Hope
It
now,
did,
it's like,
right? Because you're like, oh, that's why she chose Luke. Like,
yeah.
duh.
She's like, holy shit, I understand you. No, come with me, friend. And then they fucking shoot at her.
Like, I don't know, anywhere, shoot anywhere. And all she was doing was trying to say, hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's safer over here. Come on.
And then, inevitably, she got blowed up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
That's bullshit. She didn't even get to see her kids again before she died.
Can I just say quickly, I hate no alien species more than the Bith.
What?
How can you have a Sith Lord that is a Bith? Honestly.
Very fucking easily.
It's the worst image ever. Like, I just don't...
That's menacing. If you had that shit coming at you in the middle of the night, fucking vagina face, all... that wouldn't scare you? It's all like towering and big fucking dark cloak and just red.
Yeah, right. Until he forced you to sit through his musical serenade before he killed you. He's like, well, I won't kill you, but first, listen to this, Stairway to Heaven. You're like, not again. Fuck, man.
At least you know I got 7 more minutes to live, so maybe that's something.
That's true. You can try to figure out a way to squirrel your way out of the situation. Maybe if I get some symbols. Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing scary to them about me. They're just the worst. And to think that I'm a racist, like literally in this sense, I'm a Bith racist. They're all musicians, period. That's the racist part of me. I don't know. Can't be a Sith Lord. I'm sorry. You may have all of the powers of the dark side of the Force, but you will always be a musician to me. Sorry.
That's fine. He gets taken out by Plagueis anyway, so
that's true.
Whatever.
But like in a mining accident.
No! Plagueis caused that shit to collapse.
Okay. But it's still a mining accident. Like it's a collapse that killed a Sith Lord. I feel like he could have like used the dark side of the Force or at least a flute to hold off the fucking rubble. What if he manifested the dark side through musical instruments? Like he had to use a xylophone or else he couldn't manifest the dark side. Bing, 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 bing.
That'd be pretty good.
You will feel the wrath of the dark side.
Oh, God damn it. What's that other note? I don't remember. Fuck it. I'm just going to play the skeleton dance.
That would be that Force lightning was just...
Yeah.
Oh, God damn, that'd be great. We should write movies.
We should.
What is this? What is this
I'd
thing?
fucking watch it. I don't remember.
It's like, is this a snack that Java eats?
No.
Got toenails for days.
No, because those are frogs that he eats. I forget what the fuck they're called. But yeah, no, I believe we see those on Naboo during the invasion of Naboo.
Gotta watch that. You're gonna get some fungus from those toenails.
Probably.
This is deep.
Either that or those fucking Chin
Oh, and the scary man-eating beasts of the forest.
Yeah. Goddamn
Hunt
teddy
you in the
bears.
dark in the night.
I
You
just
know, when
love those
people
renditions.
when people are talking about the night is dark and full of terrors, they're talking about Ewoks.
That's true. They never blink.
That was a Game of Thrones Melisandre reference for you people out there. But still, she's talking about Ewoks. Even
That's fair.
in that universe. Terrifying little creatures. I don't know, like, you read Last Shot. What did you think about the hacker Ewok?
Trying to think back to it.
So this is Lando's buddy pal.
Oh,
It was a hacker. Was
yeah.
it Lando's buddy? No, I'm trying to think back.
No, it was. Yeah, it's been a minute since I read.
But he
it.
was like a straight up hacker, or she was a hacker and she was an Ewok.
She was a slicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Slicer.
Yeah, slicer.
You're
it's
a
a lot
fucking
more hardcore
human
than
from
hacker,
Earth.
dude. Yeah, didn't she work for the fucking? Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, she was actually part of the New Republic. Like she was.
I have a hard time with. Like they're in the Stone Age. A Stone Age human could not pick up a computer and immediately be like Wozniak. Like you just can't do it.
Well, what about Gerg?
What?
Or not Gerg. God damn it, what's his name? Yeah, it was Gerg.
Gerg.
The fucking X-Wing series.
Oh, I never read that.
Piggy. You never read the X-Wing series?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'll get on it.
Oh my God, you need
Sweet hell.
At least the first four.
God,
Yeah, there's a Gamorrean that gets genetically engineered.
Nope.
And he's like,
Nope.
You can't say no until you fucking read that book. He is seriously the driving force of the fucking rebellion.
Really?
Or the New Republican shit. Yeah, he's one of the elites. And
A
he's
genetically modified Gamorrean guard?
Yeah. Well, he's a Gamorrean. He's not a Gamorrean guard. He was never a fucking guard, Adam.
Again, I'm racist. All Gamorreans are guards. All Biths are musicians.
I guess. And all Ewoks eat stormtroopers.
That's right. And fucking droids, apparently. R2 almost bit it.
Yeah, they were confused.
What were they going to do with that? We already talked about
Maybe they're going to use him as a trash can.
They're going to put Han's bones in him.
Yeah, probably. It's like, oh, look, and it'll take itself away. Cool. Fucking use that.
Last droid just said gunk all the time. We didn't do anything with
That
it.
son of a bitch. And he wasn't really our god anyways.
It's like golden god. All right, what are we doing here? This is just a rando fucking... I just feel like we're just riffing.
Yeah.
I love Neimoidians. Like, it was from Greedo, I was just like, these are weird motherfuckers. Like,
that's a Rodane, right?
What?
That's Rodane.
Rodane?
I never pronounce
Aren't
it. That's
they
not
called
an
Rodian?
That's not an Neimoidian. No, that's like
not Neimoidian. Rodian.
Rodian. There we go. You said Neimoidian.
No, I didn't.
You fucking did. I'm gonna listen to this shit as soon as
Let's
we're done.
rewind this. I swear I said.
Anyways, yes, they're awesome, and they got cool little suction cup fingers.
Yeah,
they're like great to pick your nose, even though that's like Lucas fucked them up and he didn't give them a nose to pick.
It always kind of, did you ever see The Explorers when you were a kid?
I'm not
watching. Wait, who was it? It was Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix. Great show. It was kids. Okay, so the premise is this.
Watched it.
This is a Star Wars show, but I'm going to talk about Explorers really quick. One kid is having these dreams about this circuit board technology. He gets his buddy Wolfgang to help him create. These are like middle school kids. Gets his buddy Wolfgang to figure out that this is actually a computer circuit, and it actually like builds a program if you build it, and it builds a program into this like little glass ball that you could actually use to expand and encapsulate like any type of transportation. So they make a spaceship and they go up to fucking space, and they realize that that information was sent down to Earth by these aliens, and the aliens' fingers were suction cup fingers, and they had been studying humans for a long time through television, and so there's this huge TV sequence of them sitting down with aliens watching TV. River Phoenix is being hit on by this like weird fucking you've got to see this show, dude.
Yeah, that sounds pretty horrible. I should watch it.
No, it's amazing. It is so good. So good. Anyway, Suction fingers is why I went off. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I love these types of books. Like, these are great. Anytime you get to see some really nice detailed art, in this particular case, it's illustrative art, and I love that. You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like it's a step above traditional comic and a step below technical drawing, but it's like right in that happy medium space.
Hmm.
It's great. I love it.
Agreed.
You wanna
And
talk
this
about
is
this
one,
one?
oh my God. Super excited for. This is an audio only book.
Have you listened to it?
No, not yet. I've got it. I'm an idiot and I pre-ordered it and I still haven't listened to it yet.
Past 2 days I've been listening to it, and I'm loving it.
Yeah. So it's like actually full cast and everything then?
Yeah. I mean, so far it's only like nine or 10 people I've heard. I think just sort of
Dude,
ballpark.
Usually when I listen to a book, it's like I've
It's like
been
one
listening
guy,
to
right?
the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Well, actually, I guess
It's rough.
rough. It's I don't think we can be
I was
friends.
listening to Christopher Lee narrate the Silmarillion, and I wanted to kill myself. Like, I
Wait,
love
there's a Christopher Lee version of that?
yeah
Oh God,
of the
I guess I have to buy
Silmarillion.
it
It's
twice.
not the Lord of the Rings or anything. But
No, I know what the Silmarillion is. Dude, come on.
sorry, we
I-
never talked about Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
Oh, God, it's bad. That's my new rabbit hole that I'm falling down.
Oh shit!
Like it's
All right, Alice, you're gonna have to come back to us, okay?
yeah, I'll try.
Talk about the galaxy far, far away. This
Yes,
is
Galaxy
great
Far.
because it dives way deep into Dooku from his like early Padawan days to before when he was just a youngling. Why he's called Count? Like it goes into every. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to tell you details. But it's great. It is great, and anytime I get to listen to Ventress, like bitch, I'm down. Of course. If there was someone that bitched more than Luke, it's definitely Ventress.
Yeah, but I think she gets away with it because she's cool.
Yeah, like I think she's aware of it.
Yeah.
Like Luke, I feel like he's just being like a whiny, like
Yeah,
but
he's just a crybaby.
she's like being snide with it. She's like, I'm gonna annoy you and kill you.
Yeah. I'm gonna nag you to death. God damn
It's
it.
such a good audio drama. I'm hoping they do more of this stuff. Like really, and for those of you who haven't picked it up yet, it's like half price on Audible right now. So I don't know if you guys do Audible, but
Well, if you guys do listen to audiobooks and you don't have a subscription to Audible, and this is no plug for them, like you're fucking stupid.
yeah,
Like $15 a month, and like every novel that I've gotten usually is about $30, except for like this one fucking 48-hour novel that I got.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was a credit well spent.
You know what? Now I'm starting to think it was the Children of Hurim or something like that, not Silmarillion.
Okay, because yeah, the Silmarillion, that's like the beginning of that. Like that's
Right.
Genesis essentially.
But it was a tertiary novel like the Silmarillion, where it just sort of had like, I don't know, I can't remember now.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
could
remember.
have been the Children
It
of
was-
Durin. There's a few of those books out there. Those are going to be what I get into next after I finish Dooku, and then I've also got like 8,000 page book of the history of Middle Earth.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
we got
Yeah.
but you got to also listen to this.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this is what 8 hours. That's nothing. I'll blow through that quick.
All right, cool, good stuff. While you're tattooing, they're like, no, please don't do that. You're like, yep, okay.
I wish. I wish. Just tune out the clients. You guys are turds.
Yeah. No,
You
this is
wait.
great. It deals so much with okay, I can't say anything, but I'll
No, I
say
don't care.
this.
You're not going to give anything away. I don't give a fuck. Like a book's a book.
Right. Okay, so for those of you who don't want to know, you're not watching this anyway. No one's watching this right now. It deals with his relationship with Yoda as a master and trying to get Yoda to be his master. Actually, Yoda chooses him. He doesn't choose Yoda. And then some of the tertiary characters that he meets along the way that we then learn about, later on through the films. But Cypher Diaz is like a best buddy of his, like from like youngling days. And so it talks about through Dooku's perspective, how Cypher DS is like sort of losing his mind because he's tapping into this sort of prophecies, the future of the dark side, thanks to the master that chose him, that Dooku actually wanted her to choose him as an apprentice. And so this is really wonderful dynamic. And since his beginning as a youngling, he's always been drawn to the dark side, though he doesn't understand why. And so that's just jumping through all these different periods in his life, having these sort of exploratory scenes play out, you get to know this character that Christopher Lee fucking nailed on screen in a way that we never have gotten before. It was just like, oh, he's a Sith Lord, and he's leading he used to be Yoda's fucking apprentice, and now he's a Sith Lord? Like, how did that happen? I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know if it's going to go that full detail, but it's up to the point where, I'm up to the point where he's his apprentice sort of struggling, and it's great. Nice. It is so good. Ugh. And Ventress is always great.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it, definitely. Like, I feel like we don't really have that much Count Dooku shit. Like, really about the only thing I can remember is one of the Clone Wars novels. Yeah, I can't see it, but maybe it was The Approaching Storm. I don't remember. It was where he's on his homeworld planet. But, like, I just... It's such a deep character with just such an amazing presence, but I feel like we never really got much. So, yeah.
I kind of feel like they did a disservice because there's so much to that character that you only have so much time in the prequels. You have to set up the Anakin storyline, his innocence and then his corruption. So there's a lot to encapsulate in 6 hours, essentially. And so all these other tertiary characters that are literal movers and shakers of the fucking galaxy, we don't really get a dive into, which, again, does a bit of a disservice to them. Why'd you include them if we're not going to give any, attention to them? But, of course, one of those that is built up as a genuine threat the entire time is Dooku. And then it's explored even more in the animated show, but it's always, again, as a sort of side villain to the separatist movement. And he has to share the spotlight with Grievous. So I just don't think it's fair to the character who, at some point, was singled out by Darth Sidious and say, you are going to help me put the Sith in power again. And he does it like that. And he does it by telling the truth the whole time.
Yeah, that's the best part about him. He just doesn't fucking care. It's like, whatever.
He doesn't lie at all. He's like, no, the Senate is controlled by a Dark Lord of the Sith, Obi-Wan. And he's like, oh, what do you know? I'm like, dude, he knows. Listen to him. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so great. And the dynamic, it hasn't gotten to this yet. It's gotten to him being a master to one apprentice so far. But it's about to get into him being the master to Qui-Gon Jinn, and talk about a character that I can't wait to dive into from a Padawan. Like, is Qui-Gon Jinn the reason why he was when we knew him because of the sort of almost corruptive influence of Dooku? Like, is he a prodigy of that, or is he just his own natural inquisitive nature? Like, you have to wonder, because if you're taken as a baby, we are who we are for a number of reasons, but a pretty heavy one is the culture in which we were raised. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Definitely.
Damn Jedi. Sorry, I'm going off. All right. Now we got a whole bunch of books to sort of go through. So I don't know anything about any of these. So do you just want to walk us through them?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go. So first one, Resistance Reborn. It's right after the first defeats of the First Order, Last Jedi, blah, blah, blah. So basically, the next 21 fucking books, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's 21.
Yeah, it's... and that's not even all of them. I didn't bother to list
that's crazy.
The stupid duplicate child ones, because they're like doing a visual dictionary for kids. And it's like, the fucking visual dictionary
kids
is
can't
already
even see.
Kids. I know. It's Braille or some shit. Yeah, so basically they are going balls deep for this release of, the new movie, which honestly I think it's just like, hey, here's all the story you're not going to get in this fucking film. Yeah, so this one, it's just them rebuilding. So,
well, here's the deal. Before excuse me, before we dive too much into this, because, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
I'm still going to do it, but I'm sorry about it. I was burned by the journey to Star Wars The Force Awakens, because like there was the comic 4-episode series that was released that I was super into that didn't tell you shit and didn't have any goddamn connection to the fucking film.
Yeah.
This is what they do. They give you these sort of like blah stories that have character possibilities, but they don't actually tie into anything. And so it's like, why even bother? Like, that's what they did with the Last Jedi. That's what they did with The Force Awakens. And why would I now, like, fool me once? Shame on me. Fool me twice.
You're not going to fool me
again. Can't get fooled again.
Oh, God. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Can't get fooled again.
Yeah.
I have a whole book on Bushisms that was written.
How
stupid that president was. All right, sorry. Yeah, so I'm a little sour on the whole journey to bullshit because they don't actually tell you anything that you want. You know what I would love to have learned? What the fuck Luke was doing? How did he know Snoke? How did everyone know Snoke? Who the fuck was Snoke? Like, these are the things that I would love to know that should be a part of the Journey to movie. But we didn't get it.
I don't know. I could see that honestly being something they do afterwards. And that's even assuming they're going to explain anything. I don't fucking believe so. Because that just kind of seems like their shtick now is just being like, oh, you know that thing that we teased about and you're like beating your dick over? Oh, yeah, it's nonsense. It doesn't matter. We're not going to tell you. But I could see that being, you know, right after the movie comes out. And it would make more sense that way because there's still that air of mystery. Right. Or I'm just grasping at straws trying to justify what the mouse has done with our beloved Star Wars.
I think you may have hit it around that. Because even like when the prequels were being released and we had all that span between the films, I was in the military at the time, I still knew the story. Like I didn't know every little detail, but I knew the beats that were going to be hit because you knew where it was going to go. And so it didn't take a genius to figure it out.
Yeah.
You knew that fucking somehow Anakin was going to be corrupted through his mom. And it was like, ultimately it was, you know, his mom was a stepping stone to Padme, but like you knew that, you know, Senator Palpatine was Darth Sidious from the first fucking episode, at least if you read any books, you should. And you knew that...
Or had common sense.
Right.
It's the same fucking actor, for Christ's sake.
Seriously. Hey, I've heard that voice before. But like it wasn't a huge surprise, but we also had this sort of history of stories to go on. As soon as you start like stripping away all of that, and like part of the reason why Marvel is so successful is that it takes established information, you know, changes a little bit up for script, but it's still established information that everyone still loves to see on screen. Star Wars is like, hey, you fans don't give a fuck. We're doing something different. And we're like, but
like they didn't even try.
But we've had like 40 years with consistency. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was like they only had a couple months of a team that was supposed to, you know, round up all the information and make it so they could use it and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, nah. It's like you guys already had that fucking team. You've had that same fucking team for the past 40 goddamn years. Use them.
Oh, man.
Whatever. That's... Yeah. Whatever.
But yeah, but that's my point, is that instead of leaning on what exists and what everyone loves, they're like, hey, we're going to give you this journey to bullshit that doesn't actually tell you anything, doesn't mean anything for the films, and it's just sort of supplemental information for those of you who may want to consume it.
Yeah.
And
it's like you'll get that one little thing that's like, oh, that's relevant to that movie that I saw.
Yeah, it's like the compass that Luke Skywalker had in the film, and then you realize behind the scenes they forced the compass into the set in order to connect Battlefront 2 storyline to the fucking Last Jedi. It wasn't even something that they had planned in the first place.
That's awesome.
It's just like,
I didn't know that.
Man, yeah, it just bugs the shit out of me. They have to force the connective tissue in there. It should have been planned from the start. Okay, I don't want to go off on a fucking another rant. I'm sorry. So that was this Resistance Reborn. We got 20 more to go, people.
Oh yeah, we'll make it quicker. That's what this book's called.
This is what bugs me about this book. I'm not going to have comments about any of the other ones, but this bugs me. So the premise of this, if I understood it correctly, was that this young man is sort of traveling around trying to find some connective tissue to to his force of power. He's like searching out artifacts of the force to try to make sense of the abilities that he has and stuff. This is a new idea in Star Wars. The understanding of the Force was something that was always indoctrinated into you. It wasn't something you stumbled across. No one, like even Anakin as a young boy, he didn't understand the Force. He just knew how to intuitively listen to himself, into his own mind, and that was his manifestation. He never once thought, hey, there are ancient artifacts that I could learn from and go out. Like, that's all hidden secret knowledge. And especially in this time when we had 3 decades of absence of all Force anything, we have this young kid who knows about the Force, how? Knows that there's Force artifacts, how? And yet has never been trained, how? But can use the Force, how? Like, this is a new way that Disney has spun the idea of the Force. And I don't mind the idea that everyone has capacity. Like, that makes sense. That's, Jedi were going out and stealing babies for fuck's sake, because they had capacity. That's how they kept the Jedi Order alive for 1,000 years.
Yep.
And that's how the Sith got their people too. So it's not a new notion, but the understanding of it, the use of it, that's new. Like, you can just simply because you are Force sensitive now use the Force. Then why do you have any institutions like the Jedi or the Sith? Why do you have any Force user teachers ever? You can just figure it out.
Yeah. Or like Rey, just bam, there it is.
No, thank you. I don't like it. I don't like this kid and his stupid fucking face or his stormtrooper helmet.
Agreed. And it's like it made sense when Luke did it. It made perfect sense. Luke was already a fucking Jedi by all accounts.
Well, but here's the thing. Like, even from the very beginning, Obi-Wan was training him. He was the whole time he was training him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense for him to do it, but some bumpkin on some fucking backwater planet, like,
that had no teacher, no trainer, no nothing. That's what bugs me so much. Is that we saw Luke fail. He got his ass hit by that damn droid. I can't remember the name of it now. It doesn't matter. But the testing droid on the Millennium Falcon. And Han Solo was like laughing at him because of it. And it took training for him to even be able to, have the blaster shield down. It didn't show it in the films, but he spent months with Yoda learning how to jump with him on his back.
Yeah.
Like, he spent time on Dagobah, and he probably got fucking gangrene. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if he had all his toes.
Probably
just putting it out there. I think Luke had 8 toes on his foot.
That's probably why he was less traumatized when he lost his hand.
Yeah. He was like,
I feel that'd be a lot more traumatic than just, wake up out of a bank tank. Oh, hey, robot hand. Cool. I wonder what it feels like to jerk it with.
Hey, can you guys give me some robot toes, please? Dagobah's a bitch. I don't know if you guys know that. Soaking wet for fucking months. So I don't know. I like the idea of learning it, of being trained it, because that's the setup of the universe that we know. To strip that away, it just cheapens it. I just don't like it.
It does, because, that's how it's always been. Even with, like, for instance, Darth Bane, like, trained fucking Sith, goes searching for artifacts. If it wasn't for his training, those artifacts would mean nothing, especially when it comes across the holocron of Darth fucking Revan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working on book 2 right now.
Dude.
But it bothers me so much. It's like, how the fuck are you going to learn anything from this when you don't even have the understanding of what that means? I understand that everybody has different Force abilities. That's something we're all very well aware of. Like, everybody has their one niche, but they can encompass a bunch of things. But something like that, it just kind of seems like you would have to have some sort of training in order to fully utilize whatever the fuck it is that this kid has.
So anyway, I'm not going to read this book.
No, I probably will because I'm a junkie, but stupid. And of course, we got a couple comics.
Yeah.
Allegiance. It's blah blah blah. It's about them fucking leaving Starkiller Base, and it's plowing down people and shit. It's 4 parts, so easy enough to catch up on.
Yeah. I'll dig it.
There's that. And we got some children's books. I don't give a shit. I love the children's books, like the little fucking gold label or whatever the hell they're called.
Just gonna say that I have a special place in my heart for the little golden books.
I still fucking buy them. Yeah, I still buy them because they're dumb as shit. They're so cute, and I'll never have kids, so clearly I'm their demographic. Yeah, so that's that. And then we've got a whole shit ton of kids books with this one. And those are the ones I'm excited for. Those are the ones I'm actually probably going to buy just because they got fucking stickers in them. And I am a child when it comes to stickers.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about his helmet. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that first look like that, it's like, why is he so much more skull-like?
Like, why doesn't he just build a new one?
Yeah, no, okay, that I can get. It's a lot more menacing to have something destroyed and rebuilt. I mean, look at Vader in the Vader comics. I mean, that's pretty hard.
He had like backup suits of armor.
No, I'm talking like when he was on the first planet taking out that one.
Oh, right, yeah, like use the droid.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty fucking boss, like building on the go.
But this, as far as we know, is the Supreme Leader right now. Like, he could afford a new helmet. He's not like fighting for his life.
I mean, you don't know that. Maybe he's on the front line with everybody because he's got anger issues and daddy issues.
I don't know what front line he would be on, though, because there's like 8 people in a Millennium Falcon.
That's true.
A YT-1300 that has like survived against all odds for all of time. Yeah. So I don't know.
So it's only a couple hundred.
I hope we don't. You know what a movie I never want to see is the making of the Millennium Falcon. Like the shipyard and like the guy dies doing like the final bolt in the hull or something, and he's like, "You are my baby," and his essence goes into the ship. And
did you ever read the Millennium Falcon?
No.
Oh fuck! You're gonna change your mind. Like you need to read the Millennium Falcon. That's a killer fucking book, especially because it kind of jumps between time periods of a few hundred years when it was being built.
Really?
Various owners, and then it also jumps to like the Fate of the Jedi series, like right after Fate of the Jedi or right before. Damn. One of the two. Right. But dude, it's fucking worth it, and it's gonna like you wouldn't imagine they could make a full novelization about a ship. Right. But it's that ship, so it works.
I'm skeptical, but
no, don't be skeptical. It's fucking killer.
All right, let's see what's next here.
All right, so then we got some more Choose Your Destinies, which
I love those.
Comes with 20 outcomes, so I mean that's
nice.
That's something.
It's more than my sex life.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Have one outcome.
Crying in a rape shower. And this
That's fucked up.
This well, I mean, who doesn't cry after sex? Let's be honest. I do.
Okay.
I can admit it.
I don't think I've ever cried after. I've had a watery eyes from like a really good orgasm, but I've never like openly cried.
Yeah, me either. I'd have to have sex first.
I've never even had it. Is it like a bag of sand when you're grabbing a boob? It feels like
dude, that's exactly what it's like.
It's like
I fucking love that movie.
Sorry.
All right, back to this. This is a middle school book in question mark because they didn't really explain it. Like I don't understand what middle school to whatever book is. I don't know. It's fucking kids books. There's so many kids
difference
books.
Would be.
Yeah, it's like middle school. I was reading like alien books and fucking random horror books. Then we got
great cover.
Yeah, it's great. Like I love how they announce all this shit without even like some teaser images, just a black page. Like, this is our children's comic book. Clearly, can't you tell?
Like the laziest marketing ever. We need a cover. Don't have it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and this will
be buy it.
Yep, and this is gonna be 4 months before the movie, I believe. like one each month because kids can't read that fast, I guess. And then this one, oh shit, this would be cool. Another encyclopedia type thing, but now it's updated because the final film's going to be out. So, of course, just like every other fucking release and reissue, you're going to want to buy it.
This is the final version.
This is the ultimate.
The ultimate final version.
It's the ultimate final Star Wars version stuff.
With Star Wars whore Anthony Daniels on the cover. Forward by.
That freaking turd.
Here's more stickers.
And then the sticker adventure. This one. 500 fucking stickers, man.
That's insane.
500 fucking stickers.
That's insane.
I'm going to cover probably my wife in stickers because I got this little one. Yeah.
I need to cover you in stickers and make love.
No, I wouldn't want to ruin the stickers. Whatever.
That's... All right. I dig it.
And then, of course, we got some behind the scenes making of shit. So, and the nice thing is this isn't just of the current films. This is actually of the full saga, from my understanding.
Oh, I love that.
Just basically a book form of the documentaries we grew up watching during the releases. But, and the nice thing is, well, I guess nice thing depending on whether you like spoilers or whatnot, but it's going to come out before the film, and it does have stuff from the upcoming film. So, yeah, something to look forward to. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's only like a week before the movie comes out, but still.
Yeah. It must not show anything, otherwise they wouldn't release it.
Sure. And then a pop-up book, so that's fucking dope.
I like pop-ups. I'm a fan of the pop-up.
Me too. Especially Stephen King pop-up books.
Oh, I've never seen one of those.
Really? Yeah. Holy shit. We've got 2 of them.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And the Babadook, that's a good one too.
Babadook's great.
We could talk about the Babadook.
I love we should talk about the Babadook someday. We got to do a horror podcast.
Fuck yeah.
I love art of Star Wars books.
Oh yeah.
Again, creatives. There's nothing better to me than artwork. I just love it so much.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like getting lost into like a single page for hours.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to look at this, or if it means anything, or if they were just concept artists like having fun, messing with like reflection of light and dark, and without good there is no evil, and without evils there's no good. I don't know what this is saying. I feel like it's saying something.
That's probably not saying shit, except for this is the final film, and these are your 2 characters.
All right.
And then the fucking, oh my god, that snowtrooper. Yeah. I don't even give a shit that it's the visual dictionary, but yeah, he's got a cape. I want a cape.
Was this the one from Last Jedi?
No, this is like an elite snowtrooper
like
from the Last Jedi. Yeah, this is like fucking got a bigger cape than Captain Phasma.
Damn, man! Look out, Lando! Coming for your capes.
Maybe it is Lando. There's the fucking spoiler. That's
he's in the fucking first order the whole time.
Instead of being a skiff guard, or sneaking in as a skiff guard, sneaking in as a snowtrooper.
Psych!
Hell yeah! I think that would be the best redeeming part of the movie. Like I would get up, applaud, and walk out because it couldn't get any better than that.
Yeah, instead of just like leaning it down, he has to like.
Yeah,
it's me. It was like, who the fuck was that guy? I think he's a droid seller. I don't know. He like hawks droids. I don't know.
Fuck. So many kids' books.
I could do without it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like this is one of those. This is like everyone is special and you can do whatever you want. The world needs you type books. Yep. And the truth is, the world don't give a fuck about you.
No, you're just a speck of.
Matter. You know what? Tell all the children in fucking the Middle East who have been murdered by drones that they are special and the world needs them. I think they need books more than our fucking spoiled ass kids here in the fucking free world.
Agreed, because none of them fucking read.
All right, I didn't mean to. Like, I'm having a hard time with this lately.
Well, with kids not reading, I agree. Fuck them.
We are in, if globally, I think probably the world is as bad as it's ever been in any time of history. But can we stop pretending that it's great? Like, stop pretending that everything is fine. We just don't. We don't have any perspective. Maybe that's what bothers me. We don't have. We're putting out books like this for our spoiled little kids so that we can take pictures of them with the book and put it on a fucking social media fucking photo gallery and get as many likes as possible. Meanwhile, people aren't getting clean water. They don't have fucking food. We're in the middle of the fucking 6th extinction of our planet, and it's all because of us, human beings. But hey, let's have another kids book. Written by Kathleen Kennedy, the woman who doesn't know shit about Star Wars. Great.
Hey, she's
producer.
the one that figured out that the Force was a girl. I just wanted to see where that was going to take you.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. She's a brilliant producer. No argument.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Don't know shit about Star Wars.
No.
She's going to write a fucking Star Wars book. You know what it's going to be. It's all children are special. No, you're not. We don't give a fuck about kids.
Plus, girls are the best.
I like them, but...
I mean, me too. And I mean, everybody knows
men are
men are expendable anyways. Like, men really are pretty much worthless. That's the way nature's always looked at us.
But still. Okay, we got to get off. We got to fucking move on here.
Yeah.
I'm about to freak out.
Now to cool shit. They released the tune that you're going to be hearing throughout Batu. So that's pretty cool. And it's, orchestrated by the maestro himself, fucking John Williams. So,
John Williams.
I wonder how they got that. I mean, I'm glad he was able to clear his schedule for them. And admittedly, I haven't listened to it yet. I'm horrible.
Is it available?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what the fucking link you got on the show notes is.
I thought I was just talking about it. I didn't actually look at it.
Yeah, no, there's a link in the...
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. There is totally a link in there. Because
there's not. There's a link to the picture that I stole. Oh. I mean, used within licensed boundaries.
Fuck it. Disney already thinks we steal everything anyways.
It's true. Every time.
But yes,
it does have links.
Yeah, it's available now. Yeah, I'm sitting here making fun of you. And
I can play it right now. Hold on. Yep, it's coming through. You can't hear it, but the audience can.
Oh man, this is just breathtaking. Really makes you feel.
I mean, as far as John Williams goes, he's made some brilliant stuff. This is kind of just like, man.
I can't hear. Is it like the last?
I mean, being honest, it's da 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 da. I mean, it's nothing. It's no Leia's fucking theme. It's no Luke's theme. Meh.
It's no Emperor arrives.
No fucking way. No way. It's no Duel of the Fates.
Phew. Man, I was really hoping they were going to play that as their warm-up last night before the movie.
Oh,
I knew it wasn't going to happen, but goddamn, that would have been so awesome.
That would have been awesome. All right, so for this last one, can we do a live watch?
Hell yeah, let's do this. It's the end of the show. Let them kick us off.
Yeah. So this is Star Wars SC-38. This is a fan film created by Exit in Post, YouTube channel, published on May 8th, 2019. The VFX supervisor is Christopher Clements. Again, fan film, giving them all the credit. This is just a reaction video.
Just a reaction video.
So don't sue us.
This shit, oh my god, it's so amazing. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, well, you're going to watch it right now. Our twos of audience members.
Yeah. I was having a problem watching last night's, like, the original now. After I've seen this, I was just like,
I know.
Oh, man.
It's funny, because the first time I watched this, like, when you sent me that link, I was like, it fucking hurt my head to watch.
Yeah.
It's like, no, those angles weren't there. That lens flare wasn't there. But then watching it last night, it's like, fuck, man. Couldn't have just gone a little JJ with it? He was born at this point in time, right?
Yeah. I do. I love how it has like callback quotes from the other films. like from the prequels and stuff. I just love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And this version, like Vader is stomping toward. He's just like on a mission.
Oh, it's just, God, it's so beautiful.
It's not very long for those of you watching.
It's not very long, but it was 2 years of editing.
Yeah.
And
I believe it.
VFX, yeah, just trying to recreate that scene in a 3D environment, like I can't even fathom doing that shit. Ugh. The rogue smoke.
Wood right there.
Yeah. That gave him wood too.
Look, you can see it.
Oh,
come on.
I will say one thing, like, yes, the lightsabers are brighter and shit, but they don't have the proper world to them. I feel like they should stroke.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now
I feel like I'm missing a whole understanding of lightsaber stuff. Because, like, watching the original last night, I was like, oh, those look all fucked. Because they definitely change them every single time.
your powers are weak, old man.
I love that moving over him.
You can't win.
That was a little Sidious fucking jabbing style
Style
right
become
there.
more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Then I will show you the true nature of the Force.
Yeah, that's what I love right there. That's Vader right there.
Yep.
Like, finally, my advantage. That's great.
Yeah, I love that shit when it catches on fire. Such a badass.
I love it because it's episode 3 where they're all in harmony, like hitting each other at the exact same flourishes and everything.
There she is.
Like this is capturing that. You know, they're older, so they're a little slower. Vader's a fucking robot, so he's a little slower, but they still have that harmony. Which is great. Dude, I loved seeing Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
I miss her so much.
Yeah. That's still gonna be always one of my biggest regrets, was not meeting her and getting glitter bombed.
This is stuff from the Jedi Knight games. I love seeing the lines. I think it was Jedi Knight Outcast. I made a point of doing it first. So good. That's great! Come on! Force? Force.
Oh, and then the fucking saber toss. God damn it. Oh, love that.
Come on, these guys are brilliant. Oh, FX it and fix it in post, I guess is the shorthand of it. You guys are awesome.
What kept you?
Yeah, fuck yeah. They rock.
Seems okay.
Can't wait to
like
see what
that
else they
line
do in
of-
another 2 years.
What's that?
So I can't wait to see what else they've done in another 2 years.
Yeah, seriously.
This shit's just fucking gorgeous.
They're like, hey, let's check this shit out. This is better than watching an old
Let's go.
junk heap.
Come on, R2. We're going.
What you got? That was cool.
And I love how they keep bringing back in the original film, like getting more and more scenes of it, because this is definitely something they could have just gone straight with this lightsaber fight. No one would have batted an eye. Just would have been fucking awesome. But to have the, oh god, that look. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Well, this city resisted and overcame that force push. And then now we get the you're my brother, Anakin. I loved you. Oh. We have to have that Obi-Wan series.
God, I hope so. I really do.
Now you will die.
I love that downward diagonal better than the sideways.
That's a proper fucking cut.
Run, Luke, run! See, what I'd love to see is him like shove his lightsaber into it all, like on doing
Run!
Yeah.
so good.
Hell yeah.
Do you think it ruined the original? Do you think they fixed the original, or do you think it's just a really good reimagining?
Just a great reimagining. I don't think it would have had the same feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have felt really out of place with the rest of the movie. Unless they completely redid the movie, in which case, good on them. I'd fucking watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I see, in like fan stuff like that, I don't mind watching, even if it sort of takes a new spin on what we already know, because it's all love of the game. You know, we love this world that was created by George Lucas, so we're just going to have a little playground in it and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. So there was some film news that was released yesterday. And so it was already told that there was going to be, Disney announced that there's going to be 3 films staggered across 6 years, with, offsetting the Avatar releases, and that it was going to be a trilogy, and that we already knew that Benioff and Weiss and Rian Johnson were both working on trilogies. But now Bob Iger came out yesterday and said that, yes, the film trilogy that's coming out is Benioff and Weiss's. So they finally announced that for sure.
And it's the Old Republic.
And, well, did they announce that it was the Old Republic?
I could have swore they announced it was the Old Republic.
Pretty cool if they did. I'm not sure on that one, but everyone thinks it is. Everyone.
No, it
like
just makes
they finally
sense.
announced that, yes, it is them. It is their series that's coming out. But they also said that Rian Johnson is working with Benioff and Weiss so that their 2 trilogies have connective tissue. So they both may be set in the Old Republic if there's connective tissue. Which is interesting, I think. Like, what does that mean,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rian Johnson's going to become the new Michael Bay, where everybody thinks that he ruined their childhood.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
I don't mind living in a world where we have enough Star Wars that it's okay to have a couple that are like meh, or a couple that you're divisive over because you have so much of it. When you're living in a world where you only had 3, or you were lucky enough to have 6, then, you sort of had to take what was dealt to you. But knowing that we have so many films on the horizon and we have so many series. So this is another thing that Bob Iger announced. Of course, we all knew about Mandalorian. We all knew about the Cassian Andor and K2SO, thank you, series coming out. He also said that there's another one in development, a third, but he didn't say what it was. That's what I'm thinking is the Obi-Wan. Because they already had a script for it and everything. I think they're going to flesh it out into a TV series so that they can spend more time.
Excellent.
That's
what we all want.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's all I have for today. Do you have anything else?
That's it. That's the one thing I forgot to write down was the trilogy announcement.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in, and let us know what you think of this last month's Star Wars information, all the news, little tidbits that have been dropped, and the upcoming book releases, comics, and TV shows, and everything. Did we miss something that you're looking forward to, or do you have a different take than we do on some of these book releases or the Road to series, or what is
the
it
Journey?
The
Journey
2 series, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of where I'm
let
at.
us know what you think in the comments below. Of course, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to support the show, and give a like and maybe share the episodes. We're also available as audio podcasts the next day, so look for that wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to be there. Give us a rating and a review there as well. We'll probably never see it, but we appreciate it nonetheless.
Absolutely. We'll know right here.
All right, everyone. Until we can do another one of these things at the end of the month, another Star Wars extravaganza, a veritable cornucopia of Star Wars loving. May the Force be with you.
This isn't gonna be very messy. Watching?
What's up, Princess Mimi?